So first of all, when you see a cubic polynomial, one way you can do this question by finding the factors. So when I say finding the factors means, you can use a synthetic division. So let's say x is 2. So if I plug in 2 here, that's going to be 2 cubed minus 7 times 2 squared plus 16 times 2 minus 12. So if I put that one 8, and this is 4 times 7, 28, and this is 32 minus 12. So when you coming to the finding the 2, it's a guess and check. That's called the synthetic division. At least you have to guess some numbers where you can get a 0. Okay? So let's say if I put a 1 here, I do the same process, and then I'm going to see whether I'm going to get a 0 or not. If I get a 0, then it's going to be a factor. If I did not get a 0, then I'll try a different number. Okay? So that's how it works. So let's say we're checking 2. So let's do this math right here, and that is 40, and this negative 40, so it's a 0. So from this, you already know this synthetic division. In the synthetic division, or at least we got one factor, which is x equals to 2. So once you get the 2 value, now then what you do, you get the synthetic division. So what is the synthetic division? So you put x equals to 2. This is the standard procedure, okay? So this is the standard procedure for the synthetic division. So if you don't understand it, I'll teach you the synthetic division one time. Don't worry, for this problem, let's get through this. So in synthetic division, what do? You keep the coefficients 1, and x squared quotient is negative 7, and then x quotient is 16, and then negative 12. So I put a 0 here. The standard procedure is you add these two. That's 1, and then you multiply these two. 1 times 2, that is 2. And that's negative 5. Again, you multiply these two. So negative 5 times 2, that's negative 10. Combine these two again. So negative 16 minus 10, that's positive 6. And I multiply these two. That's positive 12. See, you end up with a 0. So that's how it happens when you multiply, or when you get a factor correctly. Okay? So once you have that piece completed, then this is like a quadratic function. This is like a quadratic equation. So this is going to be x squared minus 5x plus 6. Because why? We started with the cube. You're dividing with the 1x, so you end up with the x squared. Now find the factors for this. So this is going to be, and we just did that, x minus 2, then x minus 3. Okay. And these are the factors for this. So now the total polynomial for this, x cubed minus 7x squared plus 16x minus 12. If I find the factors, so I'm going to get, this is also x minus 2, and these, x minus 2, and x minus 3. Okay, so these are the factors for this polynomial function. So now we know these are the factors for this polynomial function. What is the question saying is, find A, B, C. So what I'm going to do, this is A, this is B, and this is C. So my question is saying A times B times C. I'm going to multiply that. So it's going to be negative 2, and then negative 3. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 3, that's going to be a 12, it's a negative 12. So your answer is negative 12. Okay, you see that? Answer is negative 12. So that's the question is asking, find A, B, C, and that's negative 12. So what we did this question, first we find the 1, 0, and then after that we use a synthetic division to find the other zeros. And once I get the answer, I use A, B, C, because that's what it says. A, B, C. I multiply those three, I get negative 12. Okay, so that's the standard procedure. But what's the point? Like if you take it nowadays, I already took like 5 minutes to go over this question. But at SAT or ACT or PSAT, you don't have that much time. So what's the technique tip? Please pay attention closely. So that way you can use this technique in the test. If this question comes and they're asking for the ABC, okay? If this question comes in the test and they're asking for ABC, and your answer is constant. What does that mean? What is the constant here? The constant is negative 12. So that is my answer. Constant is negative 12. Okay, that's it. Because in the SAT, you don't need to show your work, and you don't need to do all these work. All you have to look at what is the constant, negative 12, you put the negative 12 here, you're done. So that's what the techniques, that's what is really important to know in the SAT.